Hello, my name is Abracia Lacey, and I'm just going to be going over a video that I had to watch for my Exploring Grief class. So we had to watch a video called Dealing with Grief, and it had a bunch of kids on it that have either lost their parents or somebody close to them, and they just kind of talked about their experience. For this assignment, I'm going to talk about coping mechanisms that the children identified with, additional losses that they experienced, and then I'm going to talk about one developmental stage. So, coping mechanisms that some of the kids used is crying and letting the feelings out. Multiple children mentioned that in the video, and they said that was a very important thing for them to do, and some of them were trying to hold their feelings in, but they couldn't heal that way, so they ended up having to talk to somebody. And then whenever they're telling other people about what's going on with them, listening to their advice and hearing them out. And then another big thing was support groups, because that made them feel less alone and allowed them to be with other people their age, because older adults may not understand exactly what that child is going through, or that child may not feel comfortable enough to tell an older adult their feelings, but they would feel comfortable talking about it with a peer. Additional losses that I noticed was a loss of a sense of security, because they're having to live with different people now. If their parents passed away, they might have to go live with Amy or uncle or grandma or grandpa. They're not with their parent anymore, and that can make them feel just lost. And having to go to a different school, being around different kids, losing their friends, those are all things that these children might have to go through. The developmental stage that I'm going to talk about is the early adolescence. There's one guy in the video that looks to be an early adolescence, maybe 15 years old. It doesn't say the ages in the video. But people of this age have problems such as isolation and anxiety and fear and uncertainty in themselves. Particularly, I think he struggled with self-identity. His mother was white and his father was black. His mother passed. After his mother passed, he started living with his dad and now attends a school with multiple cultures. And that's going to be a struggle for him with his identity, because used to he would identify with white people because his mother was white. He went to a white school, and now going to a school with multiple cultures and living with his black dad, I can guarantee that's a culture shock. And he's half white, half black, but he's only been on the white side, and being exposed to all those different cultures, I feel like that would confuse him and kind of make him question himself, like, how exactly am I supposed to be? So I think what's important for him was for his family to give him the opportunity to talk about his feelings, having friends that he can talk about his feelings with if he doesn't feel comfortable going to his family about it. And then his family and maybe people at school just monitor him for signs of depression, signs of anxiety, because I feel like he would be at high risk for those things with this situation that he's in.